Hello and welcome to another Gaming with Killatia. Today we're taking a look at the popular role-playing game for Nintendo Gamecube, Tales of Symphonia. Before we get too deep into the review, there is a few things that I want to talk about here. First of all, there is going to be some spoilers here because there is a part of the story that I want to talk about here. So spoiler alert. Secondly, there is a Japanese-only PlayStation 2 release of Tales of Symphonia. It doesn't contain much extras, only like a couple of new items, a new dungeon, and a couple of extra anime cutscenes to boot. So there are no major differences between the PlayStation 2 version and the GameCube version of the game. That's minor things. Anyways, enough of me rambling, let's get on with the review.
Lloyd Irving, wake up! Lloyd!
It's not often that we take a look at a role-playing game in Gaming with Killatia, but I figured I enjoy Tales of Symphonia a lot, but I originally had the game on the Gamecube, and I figured, hey, let's revisit the game and see if I still enjoyed it. And you know what? I did.
Never mind.
The story involves the world of Symphonia being tormented by Desians, a group of half-elves who are dominating the human race for all its worth. And it's up to the chosen of Mana, Colette, to go on a journey of regeneration to restore the world's mana and to defeat the Desians once and for all. Now you may think that Colette will be the main focus of the storyline, but the focus is on Lloyd Irving, who joins Colette on her quest of regeneration to protect her, but also to avenge the death of his mothers and to seek forgiveness after unwillingly being responsible for the destruction of his hometown of Essalia. Lloyd Irving's story is a sad one, and unfortunately it gets sadder as the game progresses. But let's stop talking about the story for a second and let's talk about the other aspects of Tales of Symphonia. The combat system in Tales of Symphonia blew my mind when I first played it because it was not your standard RPG system, but it felt like you were playing like a fighting game. I may have oversimplified it a bit, but the fact that somebody combined a fighting game mechanic with elements of a role-playing game really threw my head for a loop. I never experienced a game like it before. In all honesty, I think there should be more RPGs that has this kind of fighting mechanics in their combat system and not just the Tales series in general. The graphics for the game are very good for the most part. The environments in the cities are very well done, the character models are very well done as well, and the cel shading really complements Tales of Symphonia quite well. Overall, the game really does take advantage of the Nintendo GameCube's hardware. There is one complaint I have with the graphics though. That is, the world map itself is very plain looking and very barren. I wish this part of the graphics were improved, but other than that, the graphics are excellent. The same thing can be said about the sound. The music and the world map is very calm and soothing, and so are the towns and cities throughout the game. And it also has to be said that the voice acting in this game are also very superb.
I'm glad
Granted, it's not Final Fantasy quality, but it is a hell of a lot better than most other voice actors in video games.
Yeah.
And is it me, or does Lloyd's voice sound like Robin from Teen Titans?
Come along with you, can I?
Well...
However, I do not enjoy the battle music in Tales of Symphonia. It sounds way too generic, and it seems more fitting for a modern-day anime than a fantasy RPG game. And sadly, the boss battle music isn't much of an improvement in my opinion. The controls are excellent in Tales of Symphonia. They are smooth, responsive, and very simple. and not very complex to learn. Something they did not take out of the fighting genre. Speaking of good and fast, I don't think I can learn the combo moves for every character in this game. Honestly, there is a lot to love about Tales of Symphonia. The graphics were amazing for the Gamecube, the gameplay is spot on, and the storyline was very well done. The last time I played this game, it took me about 74 hours to beat. Obviously, I didn't play that long for this review, but I played it to about one certain point in the game that I really wanted to talk about. And by the way, this is where the spoiler warning comes in. First off, it's been revealed that if Colette completes her journey of regeneration, it will mean the destruction of the world of Killatia, which resides parallel to the world of Symphonia.
One world is always
a very big burden right there, but there's more plot twists to explain.
That's not quite
the true
correct.
reasoning for the journey of regeneration was also revealed. Even not to save Symphonia and restore its mana necessarily, but so Colette can lose all of her humanity, her body become nothing more but an empty vessel, and to be used for the return of the goddess Mattel. And to top it all off, the leader of the design is also been revealed to be the leader of Crucius, also known as the Church of Mattel. Basically, the whole world of Symphonia and Killatia were being played by fools by the very religion that they believed in. These twists with the storyline really changed my perspective about how the game was being presented. What started out as a very religious adventure to save the world quickly became a commentary on how corrupt organized religion can be, and how a small group of people like Lloyd Irving could do against such corrupt powers.
It seems that the renegades
well, that's at least my
opposed the
interpretation of the
Designs.
stories. You're welcome
They
to tell me
probably
your
have a reason for
interpretation.
intentionally trying to look like Design.
You're in for a
With
world of
that
hurt.
out of my system, I can safely say that this is one of the best role-playing games you will ever play on a Nintendo GameCube. If you still have your GameCube, or have a Wii that can still play GameCube games, I recommend you pick this up right now and give this game a shot. I guarantee you will love this game as much as I do. Overall, I give Tales of Symphonia a solid A. I hope you enjoyed this review because I am planning on taking a look at all the other Tales of Symphonia games that have been released in America, including the upcoming Tales of Grace F for the PlayStation 3. Now if you excuse me, I gotta go kick Nightmare's ass in Soul Calibur 5.